Now we're going to go through the facility survey module within Survey Manager in detail. So first we're going to talk about the layout once again. And so as you open the module here, you have some things on the left-hand side that help you with navigation. First off, there's the favorites pane where you can add any surveys from the list down below into there for future access. Also, you have this search bar here where if you click that, you can start searching for anything that you would like to. And so I'm just going to type wireless sync in here. And it's going to bring up a couple different wireless sync surveys that are in here. And then I'm going to open this wireless sync training one that we've been working with. And so this search feature is a really handy way to quickly find different data sets that you're looking for while you're in the Survey Manager interface. And then the other thing to note on navigation over here is that all of these visible folders here are customizable by user. And so once again, you can manage that if you're an admin for Survey Manager, and you can go in here and select the user, and all of that is managed under the sidebar access in here. And so that's a quick way to be able to manage what people are able to see over here to ensure that your data security stays intact and that people are focused on the areas that are assigned to them and nothing else. I'm going to dig into the facility survey module within Survey Manager. So first we're going to talk about the layout a little bit. You've got your favorites over here on the right-hand side, and you can add any survey you would like to that favorite list. And so I'm going to add this wireless sync training that we've kind of been working with as a favorite. And you can have as many of these as you'd like up here. And this just really makes it easy for you to get to survey files that you're actively working with until they're complete. And then whenever you want to remove a survey from here, you can just right click and then say remove. And otherwise, you can say share. And if you share a favorite, it'll pull up all of the available Survey Manager users that are in your environment so that you can share a survey with other users in the system. So now we're going to talk about reviewing survey data within the Survey Manager Facility Survey module. And so again, we're working with this wireless sync training survey that we've kind of been working with throughout this entire training module. And now we're going to look at the data that's come in from the field. And so there's a bunch of different data records that you can see have a green check mark, and those are ones that have inspection readings from the field. From this all types type over here on the right or left hand side of the screen, I'm sorry, you can't see actual reading data. You have to drive into the individual facility types. And so I'm going to go into test point here, and there's some information that is helpful for when you're reviewing the data. First, if you click this adjust columns option over here, you can move the columns that you would like to higher up in the list. And so I'm going to move some of the reading options and maybe remarks up higher, just so I can see them in this main frame without having to toggle over to do them or to see them. And then I'm going to click out, and you'll notice that it pulled my inspection readings a little bit farther over so that I can see them when I'm reviewing the data. And so another thing to note in here is if you select something in the table, it will highlight that facility on the map, and then all of the data is also available in the map-based view as well. And so there's my structure pipe to soil that I captured in here, the latitude and longitude for that facility, the technician, any remarks they had, and all of the metadata associated with that facility as well. And then once you're satisfied with all of this data, then you can, from there, once again, right click and then export out this survey from the survey level down to PCS, or you can download the file for importing into PCS if you don't leverage wireless sync. One final thing to talk about when it comes to reviewing data within the facility survey module is where you can see things like maintenance items and inspection photos on data records. And so I'm going to walk through that now. First, we'll talk about photos. And so as you can remember, there's all of these different columns in here. And one of the items that will be present, assuming that it's part of the prompt theme that you send from PCS to collect data in the field on PCS Field Data Collector, is this facility inspection images. And so I'm just going to move that to the top so that it's in the forefront for us. And if there's an inspection image present on an inspection record, there will be a little 1 here. And so if you click on that, it'll pull over the inspection image on the right-hand side for you to be able to see what the field technician took a picture of. In my case, I just took a picture of my keyboard, but that's how you can see inspection images. And then the other thing is maintenance. And this goes with things like if you're leveraging test point detail to capture sub-facility level information, this would fall under that same category. But there's this field data column that all of that kind of buckets into. And so if there's something there, there'll be a little 1 here. And in my case, it's a maintenance record. And so it brings up a second grid below that has maintenance items on it and allows you to see all of that level of detail included with the survey as well. The next thing we're going to talk about for facility survey is we're going to talk about some of the options available to you in the different surveys in here. And so if you right click on any survey from the survey dropdown, you have some options here. And so edit is really changing the name. And then you can delete it. This is where you can go in to add it as a favorite, which would show up here. And up from there, you can right click on it and remove it from your favorites when you're finished working with that survey. Header will bring up the PSH information. If you have header data for this survey sent from PCS, that's where that will show up there. And then you can also download this file from here, and that packages it up into a zip file that you can take to upload to PCS or whatever you would like to do with that file from there. And then you can also export this survey from here. And what exporting does is it exports all available data from Survey Manager into the cloud environment where PCS can see it to bring it in through wireless sync. Once you're done reviewing the data in the facility survey module, the final step is getting that data out of Survey Manager and into your database of record. And so that can be accomplished via a couple different means. And so first of all, you're going to want to be on the survey level, not on the individual survey type where you can get into the different facilities, but the survey level itself. And then from there you can right click on it and it will bring up a number of different options for you. If you want to just rename it, you can click edit. You can delete it via delete here, or there's these 2 options down here that I want to speak about, which is download and export. If you do download, then it will download a file to your computer that I've already actually downloaded this one, and so I can show you what that looks like. There's all of this information in here that's included in this file. So there's one image record that needs to be included, and then there's this .dat file, and that's a file format that PCS can pull in if you do an import from disk into PCS's Cathodic Protection Data Manager model or module in order to get your data in. And then these other files that are in here are supportive files for this DAT file that has all of your survey data in it. And so the download functionality is the first way that you can get it out. And the second way you can get it out is by leveraging this export button. And I walked through this in detail in the wireless sync functionality of this training program, but this export to cloud functionality is a way to get this file type out of Survey Manager in a cloud-based, completely wireless format that doesn't require you to save anything to your computer disk drive, and then you can import it into PCS's Field Computer Receive screen the exact same way that you would pull in the other data.